Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Chris the barber. Today I'm bringing you guys a taper tutorial. We're going to get right into it by starting with the 1.5 with the grain. I got the 1 guard from the andis and it's all the way open following that grain. Now we're going to start working on the back. My client said he wanted a square back, but I suggested a high taper for him because of his density in the back. So you can see this is where I would put the box if I did put it, but you can automatically see that there's 2 light spots, one on each side of the middle. So we're not going to do that for him today. I suggested a high taper and he was cool with it. So this is how I set the guideline in. Now we're going to start setting in that line around the ear very carefully. As you can see, my client already has a high natural line, so we're not going to push it back very much. We're just going to try to be as careful as possible. Very important for this part that you take your time, take it little by little, don't bite off more than you could chew, and you should get a nice line. Now here we are showing you guys where I'm going to set that high taper line on the side, and just go ahead and make sure everything is balded underneath that line. Make sure you don't leave no stubble behind on the high taper. Any little stubble will show in the final result. Now moving on with the taper on the side, we're going to get that lever all the way open and move up about 1/2 inch. Make sure everything's nice and even. Now that you got that 1/2 inch guideline nice and clean, what we're going to do with that lever is going to close it all the way. Start going up little by little. Every little bit that you go up is a notch that you move down. And this is just the first pass on the guideline. I will go back and repeat the same steps, cleaning up that guideline, making sure there's no little dark spots and everything looks blended. If there is a dark spot in your blend that does not want to come out, just go ahead and knock the lever down 1 notch and see if that does it. It should do it. If not, keep dropping the notches down until that spot is blended also. Keep in mind, there's going to be a faint line at the bottom. That's the line that you set in with the trimmer. For that line, you will use a trimmer to take that line out. Moving on with the next step of this taper, we're going to pull out the andis 0 guard. and mine's actually missing the tooth from the middle, but no biggie, we're going to use it just like that. Brush that hair with the grain, and we're going to use the lever open with the zero guard all the way open, following the grain on the side of the head. Remember, this guard all the way open is about equivalent to a short 1.5, so don't be scared, because remember that 1.5 in the beginning we said? This will just blend it right in to that taper on the side. Now close that lever all the way and continue the process just slightly lower now. Since we're going shorter, you want to get closer to that half line. Right here I opened it about halfway, just because I see a little bit of dark spots on top of the area I was just working at, and I don't want to go too low, so I open it just as a precaution. Now that we got our canvas nice and even with the grain, we will now go against the grain, starting with the lever open and closing it as needed to delete the line. If you're just beginning to cut hair, it's a good idea to take a break from looking at the blend, because sometimes when you're blending and you're trying to take out the line, you just get mixed up in the blend because your eyes are adjusting. Here's another good tip: go ahead and drag your guideline from the other side, and that way you make sure it's symmetrical when you do the other side. Real quickly guys, shout out to freebeats.io for the sick ass beats that are playing in the background. Thank you very much. And we're going with the same steps for this side, you guys. Just try to keep it as natural as possible around that ear, and do the same steps we did on the other side for the high taper on this side. And another good tip for lining around the ear, you guys, is make sure you have your hand based on his head. That way when you maneuver around the ear, you're more stabilized. And we're going to follow up with the shaver, guys, going all the way to that initial guideline that we started with the trimmer. Now this side has a little bit of a challenge right here. As you can see right there where I pointed with my finger, he has a light spot. So later on in that blend, we're going to have to compensate on the other side of that light spot. You guys will see what I do to achieve a smooth blend. We're going same lever play all the way close, open it little by little as you go higher up on that guideline. after that line is somewhat blended out, we're going to go ahead and put that zero guard with the lever open, and we're going with the grain towards that guideline. Now that we got everything nice and even with the grain, we'll use that same guard, lever open, attacking against the grain. Make sure you're closing the lever as needed. And right here you'll see me pull out another clipper. Don't be scared to hit the same blend with a different clipper just to achieve a better result. And we're going to go ahead and hit it with the trimmer right here just to compensate for the light spot that's closer to his eyebrow. Now we'll go ahead and line him up. And we're going to go ahead and end this video right here, you guys. Sorry I had to cut it short. I did not get the chance to film the back as my phone died. If you guys liked the video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you and have a blessed day.